Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the stream! Once again, I have way too many cables over by my computer. Let's talk about things that aren't cables. So, today's big adventure for me was, so a couple months ago, I mentioned that I was prescribed a new ADHD med. And, that was a really big moment for me because I had never been diagnosed with ADHD before, and so this was my first time being able to, like, do something about it and actually get to a point of where I can get some help for my ADHD and actually function in life and do things. You know, doing things. People like doing things, right? Well, apparently, I only like doing things sometimes. So, I got prescribed that ADHD med, and that was great! I took my first dose today. Don't be me. Take your meds when you're prescribed them and take them on time. No, but I took my first dose today, and I'm really proud of myself for taking it because my medical anxiety has had me scared of taking it for the past several months. For multiple reasons, and not just my anxiety, it hasn't been the right time, but this weekend I have a nice long weekend to relax and take a break, so I figured I should stream, and I also figured I should finally take this and see how it affects me. You'll never guess. You'll never in a million years guess. It helps me focus. Surprise! Who saw that coming? But no, I'm actually glad that the med helped me first try, because normally it's a process for me to figure out which meds I need to take. ADHD is so powerful, it was overpowering your meds. Exactly! Also, hey everyone, welcome to the stream. Hello, Quirby and Prinny and Silverstar, it's nice to see all of you. So, I have bad medical anxiety, like I mentioned, and, the process of finding my antidepressant was a huge fucking deal. I don't want to name names, because different meds work differently for everyone, so I'm not going to tell you which med this is, because I don't want to give you the wrong idea. But I'm very, very sensitive to medications, and I have to be prescribed, like, the tiniest little dose. I'm being prescribed literally the minimum dose of this ADHD med, and it is working wonders for me, and I'll tell you more stories about that in a moment. But one of the big reasons I had so much medical anxiety about taking it is that when I was first prescribed an antidepressant, I was prescribed something that was a medium-sized adult dose, a timed-release medication, and when I said, hey, I'm sensitive to meds, I was basically told, oh, well, no, this should be fine, it should be fine, it should treat you just fine, we can bring the dosage down if you need, and everything will be okay. Yeah, okay. So I went to take one dose of it, and the brain fog set in, and I couldn't fucking think straight, and I had to sit down for like 20 minutes just to let it pass. And then it was a timed release medication, and that meant every 2 hours, I had to go and sit down and wait for it to pass for another 15-20 minutes, and that was my next 24 hours. Needless to say, I didn't take any more of it. But experiences like that are why I have so much medical anxiety. I am so sensitive to medications that the process of taking a new one is a whole new sensory experience for me, and I have to be really careful about when I take it so that if something goes fucking wrong, I don't have to take a random sick day, or do it on a day when I have to go to the grocery store and then say, oh, well, I can't go to the grocery store today because I can't fucking drive because I feel awful. Luckily, no problems with this med. Thank God. Prinny's very proud of me. Thank you so much. Apparently this ADHD med, the one that I'm taking currently, works so well that this afternoon when I decided I was going to stream, I was like, okay, let's put out a poll and decide what I want to play. So the poll was more Puyo, more Donkey Kong, or a mystery third option. Obviously, the mystery third option got the most votes, but also Donkey Kong came up really close second, and I was like, you know, maybe I have the energy to stream both games, so I'm gonna stream both games. Okay, so, mystery third option is Frogger, for PlayStation, which, judging by the name, you wouldn't realize that it's a full 3D adventure, it just sounds like Frogger, whatever. But, I want to show why this game's so cool. So, have a PS2, need to go get it out from the living room, set it up, make sure all the audio works and everything. When I announced the stream, it was about 4 hours out from when I start, and that's usually when I start doing, like, audio tests and getting ready and stuff, because I have ADHD, I bounce around, I get distracted, and it usually takes me about that long before I can shake out my nerves and start streaming, right? Hey, Blue, welcome to the stream. So, started doing the audio tests, got everything through, and I tested that Frogger works, I tested that the saves work, I tested that Donkey Kong works, the audio new setup that I had to do for that works and everything. And got everything done, did an audio test, and it was all great. So that was at 3, and by the time I was done with that, it was 4, and I wasn't going to start streaming until 7. So now what do I do with my life? Well, I went and walked around the house, and I played some Picross with my partner, and I played some Bejeweled on my computer because I had nothing else to do, and then I started poking around at cross-posting things, see if I could just paste the body of a Tumblr post into co-host and see if that just works, and apparently it kind of works. More on that later. But, did all of that, now it's 5:30, and I start streaming at 7. What do I do with my life? This ADHD med is working so well that time is slowing down. William Frog says, hi, I can't watch right now, just came to say hi, and I'll be back in like half an hour. Hey, William Frog, I'll see you in half an hour. Exactly, eBlue, I ran out of moves. I had nothing else to do, so 5:30 I went and had dinner, and somehow dinner and getting set up for the stream took me just a little over an hour and a half that was remaining. I really took my time with dinner, though. So this med works. This ADHD med that I'm taking really works, and I'm really happy about that, and we'll see how it treats me over time, but I'm very impressed with it so far. And yes, Prinny, your random ramble before we started the stream did help me out a lot, because it helped me burn half an hour. So that was really nice. No more moves. I actually, when I was playing Bejeweled, I didn't ever run out of moves. I only played the timed ones. Or I played just enough to re-unlock everything, because this is on my new computer and I don't have that old save. Also, I was playing Bejeweled 3, which is on Steam somehow. I don't know if it's still on Steam, but that's what I have, so. Man, everything that happened surrounding PopCap is just disappointing. PopCap got acquired, and then all of those IPs are just sitting dormant because whoever owns them now, I think it's EA, doesn't really feel like using them. It just sucks so much. PopCap was doing some really magical shit back in the day. I had something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, the cross-posting thing for co-host. So, I've been wondering what to do with my social media for a while now. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but social media all over the place is kind of going to shit. So, I'm posting things in like 5 different places, and it's getting really fucking annoying. So, what I'm trying to do is come up with some kind of automated cross-posting strategy, see what I post to where and how I want it to work. Twitter and Mastodon and Blue Sky are all kind of short-form things, so I think those would go well together. But then, I don't know what to do with co-host. Because co-host is a long-form posting place, and it kind of works like Tumblr, but there's some things missing. And you can kind of just stuff Markdown and HTML in it. And I tried that with one of my blog posts, and it mostly worked. If I was gonna automate it, I'd need to, like, convert the videos to just a link embed, which would take a little finagling. And if I wanted to get the, like, picture formatting right, having 2 pictures on the same row or whatever, I'd have to do a little CSS. But outside of that, just straight up copy-pasting a Tumblr post straight into co-host works surprisingly well. Can't wait for Animal Crossing Frogger Edition. You know, of all the Animal Kingdom games I am playing tonight, Animal Crossing is not one of them. Controller fell in my lap, and I thought that was the cat showing up at a perfectly opportune and golden moment. I think I've talked myself out as far as how my day has gone. Last thing I guess I want to talk about is the game we're about to play. we're about to play Frogger for PS1, which is not just plain old Frogger in 3D graphics. It is more like Donkey Kong 94, where you play the first couple levels and then it's a whole new fucking adventure with all these new mechanics and shit. He's so back. The only possible tagline that you could use to differentiate the game is that it's called Frogger He's Back on the jewel case. And that's apparently not anywhere remotely close to its title. It is literally just called Frogger. You'd be more accurate to call it Frogger 98 or whenever it came out. When did it come out? I have the jewel case right here with me. Let's have a look-see. Came out 1998. Oh, bingo. You'd be more accurate calling it Frogger 98, but then you'd lose favor with the people who know what Sonic 06 is. And Frogger 98 is not that. Frogger 2, Electric Boogaloo. Frogger 2, Stay Froggy. Oh, what was Frogger 2 called? Swampy's Revenge or some shit? I've never actually played that one, but I have played this one, so I'm really excited to share it with y'all. I always call it Frogger He's Back. That's about the closest thing you can get to calling it something. Unfortunately, that's not in Twitch's system, though, so we're just playing Frogger. Frogger Super Edition 98, He's Back, Heritage Collection, and Knuckles. God. Frogger 3, Nighttime Jubilee. Used to have this game, but not a memory card. Oof, yeah, you basically need a memory card to get anywhere in this game. Luckily, I have a memory card on hand, so we're going to be getting somewhere in this game. And speaking of getting somewhere, let's advance the stream and get somewhere with this game.